Tonight from Wildman Field, AISD-TV presents the 8th grade city championship football contest between the undefeated Gunn Gators and the Bears of Barnett. Gunn comes in at 7-0, Barnett at 6-1. John Nelson alongside head coach Anthony Chris at Arlington Sam Houston as we'll take a look at the Gunn offense and the Barnett defense. Well, Coach, this should be a dandy. Barnett's averaging 26 points a game. The Gunn defense is giving up just 1 point. They score 48 a contest.
It's going to be a great, exciting ball club. Can't wait to see these Gunn Gators on offense and on defense. Barnett with a huge offensive line, big quarterback, and we get to see not the refrigerator, but number 71, big number 71 with his nickname is going to be the Bus. We'll get to see the Bus in action tonight.
Barnett is big. Gunn is fast. They also have size. And we're just about set. It is chilly, temperature in the mid-40s. There is a wind out of the north at about 15 miles an hour. And the advancement, and got some confusion across the way. Perhaps the
chain
crew not set.
The chain gang
are not here. Felix Gutierrez, number 19, has it teed up for the Gunn Gators. So here we go. It's a high bouncer and fielded at the 45-yard line on one hop. And that's where the Barnett Bears, unless we have another kick.
We have another kick. They didn't blow it live for play. I think they're still missing one chain member.
Michael Williams.
Oh, there he is.
Had it.
He showed up. There we go. Now we set for play.
Okay, Barnett finished zone play with Hutchison at 4-1. Gunn finished a perfect 6-0 in the little zone. Barnett out of the big zone. 5 years ago, the Gunn Gators won the city championship. Last year, it was Bowles defeating Nichols 42-7. Earlier tonight, Ferguson beat Hutchison for third place. It's mishandled, and Gunn trying to get to it first. And Gunn does recover. Antonio Reed got to it first.
First game it happened with Ferguson. Tonight in the championship game, they don't want to kick the ball off the Gunn Gators. Kickoff, Barnett mishandled. Now this explosive offense gets the ball first and will get it after halftime.
Okay, Gunn has it at its own 46-yard line. The quarterback is DeMonte Davis, number 7. In the backfield, Kendall McRae, number 1.
Broke the huddle with 12.
And a 5-yard penalty before a snap was taken. So now they spot it at the 41. DeMonte Davis will turn, hand it off, running room up the middle for Kendall McRae, who has 400 yards of rushing and 10 touchdowns.
Kendall McRae is a very exciting running back, very explosive. He's quick, low to the ground. He's real shifty. We'll see him make some moves tonight. Barnett has a handful of trying to keep him wrapped up and keep him corralled.
In the last game of the regular season, Gunn defeated Bailey 54-0. Barnett beat Workman 36-28. It's second down and 9 after a gain of 6. To the other side, crossing midfield is DeMonte Davis and runs out of bounds at the 46. Going to be about 3 yards shy.
DeMonte Davis at the outside run on the zone read. Good job, very slippery. Got away from the Barnett defenders to create a third and very short. Got around the left side, stepped out of bounds.
The Gunn Gators are coached by John Keys. First Sergeant Watson Robinson Jr., the head coach for the Barnett Bears. It's 3rd and 3. Again, the Gators averaging 48 points a game. And the handoff reversing is McRae. McRae runs into 3 Bears They shove him back. The whistle still hasn't blown. And now an errant toss. It is loose, and Barnett has it. James Harry recovers for the Bears. And, Coach, the whistle never blew.
The whistle never blew. I thought they had him stopped 3 or 4 times. Killen McCray couldn't hold on to the ball, kept going, kept fighting. And sometimes you got to say, hey, the play is over. He's got him right there as he comes back, as he's fighting, going up inside, moves outside right there, spins out of there. They didn't take him down. Then as he's spinning back, I thought his forward progress should have ended right there as he started going back, but he spun out of that. And then as you think about it, looking at this on replay, they shouldn't have blown it dead. Then he tried to pitch the ball back. Good no call by the referees. Good job by the officials.
So Gunn turns it over. And Adam Rutledge is the quarterback out of the I formation. Rutledge turns, hands off to the tailback, and not much. Cut down at the 34-yard line. Brandon Ellis, number 21.
Brandon Ellis following the bus on that. Big number 71, the bus going up inside, picking up a gain of 2 on there. I'm looking forward to see this quarterback. I tell you what, Adam Rutledge is a good-looking athlete for the Barnett Bears.
Barnett feeds Bowie. Gunn feeds Arlington High. Barnett averaging 26 points of offense this year. A good, tall, sizable offensive line. Rutledge turns, handoff over left side, first down to the 25, and dragged down at the 24. Brandon Ellis.
Big run by Brandon Ellis. I see the Arlington High football staff on the sideline. Also, the Bowie volunteers are here. Brandon Ellis hits that hole, gets outside. Good run. That big offensive line that we talked about for the Barnett Bears did a good job of opening up on the left-hand side there.
Christian Perez in there on the O-line. Also, Cyril Noozar, number 70. It's 1st and 10. First man through, and a flag dropped on the near side.
Couldn't quite see what happened on that. Maybe illegal, usually it's a sign of a legal procedure. Gave the ball to the bus.
Tyrese Orgy, number 10, who comes in tonight with 32 tackles on the stop for Gunn. And they place it at the 19-yard line. Gregory Ware, the bus.
The bus. Gregory Ware looks big. That looks big. He is a large human being. They gave him the ball right there. He had to feed the bus. Want to do all that blocking.
He's in the backfield again. And Ellis has spun around and shoved back. Number 59 got there first. Justin Toon.
Justin Toon did a good job of reading. The bus missed him, and Justin Toon got in behind him and made a great tackle right there. I tell you what, this Gunn defense, they've only given up a handful of points all year long. And so now we look to see what they're going to do, how they would tighten up, stiffen up right here, and be able to see if they can stop the Barnett Bears after the Gunn turned it over.
The Gator defense has 22 takeaways this year, Coach. 8 interceptions.
That's a lot for junior high football.
It's 2nd down, and Ellis is thrown back, and the party crasher then is Antonio Reed.
Antonio Reed does a good job. This is why this Gunn Gator defense is so good. Very quick, Antonio Reed slices, get back in the backfield right there, hits Ellis, squares him up, and throws him for a loss, bringing up a huge 3rd down.
It's a loss of 3. We're just underway. 8-minute quarters here in 8th grade football. And Adam Rutledge has a play from head coach Watson Robinson Jr. Third and 8. Rutledge will throw, and trying to get it at the 15-yard line to his receiver, and it's incomplete. That's Blake Couch. Caught a lot of passes in the warm-up drills.
4th down, they got to go
Couch,
for it.
beg your pardon, Coach. Emmanuel Lamonzi, number 20.
Oh, no. I think we'll see a pass right here on 4th and long.
And Lamonzi heads again wide left on 4th down. Rutledge tosses to Ellis. Ellis trying to get to the 15-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 16, and the Gators have held.
He's short. If Brandon Ellis stayed outside on that run, I believe he would have gotten the 1st down. But he cut back inside. When he cut back inside, Gunn was able to come up with the stop. I'm shocked that they ran top sweep. As you can see right here, they ran top sweep following the bus. Bus gets a good block. Brandon goes outside. I believe he stays outside. He can get the first down. He cut back inside. Great tackle coming out of the secondary to make him come up short.
The Gunn offense this year is averaging 200 yards of rushing. They've only had one turnover. And they already have one here in the first quarter. From the 16, Davis, and the offense is backed up. He empties the backfield. He's looking right. He throws. He has Guyton wide open, and Guyton not able to come up with it. Xavier Guyton.
Xavier Guyton would love to have that back part of the explosive offense. Great throw by Demonte Davis. Hits him in the hands. Little windy. Probably got the ball out of, a little further. Had to adjust to it. But, man, blown coverage right there with Barnett. But Guyton, wish he could have another chance at that. Right there, got turned around just a little bit. You can see he had turned around, pick up the ball, and just probably got excited and said, hey, I'm going to score in the city championship game.
He comes into tonight with 10 catches for 135 yards and 1 touchdown. It is 2nd and 10 from the 16. And 3 receivers wide right. McRae is to the left of Davis. And Davis to the 20. 25-30. Tiptoes out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Demonte Davis with a run of 17 yards.
Great run by Demonte Davis. Had the pass. Everyone was covered. Been able to pull it down. Initially sees that, pulls it down. Great coverage by the Barnett Bears. Then, I tell you what, I think it might have been a design run the whole way because the wide receivers for Gunn Gators did a good job of blocking downfield, engaging with the DBs for the Barnett Bears.
Marco Hernandez, number 75, with a nice block. 1st and 10, Gunn at the 34. Davis turns. Here's McRae, and McRae dropped behind the line. Number 3 getting in, Adrian Curvin.
Swerving Curvin makes the play on Darian Ruffin, comes inside, swerving. We call him Swerving. I believe it's Swerving Curvin coming in, making a good play.
He stepped around Guyton, number 3. Good tackle.
I think they go up top. They got the wind behind them. So, he was wide open again. And Gunn will throw it. They're not your conventional run junior high football team.
They've got Darian Ruffin in the backfield. And Ruffin takes a handoff and tries to cut it back and is dropped.
Great play by the Barnett Bears defense, swarming on that. 2 outstanding defenses we'll see here tonight. They were imposed their will on these offenses, 2 great offenses. We just have to come up and see what's going to happen tonight. Who's going to bend? Will it bend, not break, what they kind of do with the offense? But here's the difference. Gunn can throw it. Demonte Davis has a fantastic arm with some slew of wide receivers that can catch the football.
Barnett defensively giving up just 11 points a game this year. As Davis rolls out to the left, he throws on the run. It is caught at the 45, crossing midfield. That's Guyton, and Guyton to the 41 of Barnett.
Great job by Demonte Davis, the lefty rolling out, hitting Guyton. Guyton said, let me get my hands on it again. I dropped it. Coach threw me the ball. He got it, got the ball to him. He caught it that time, moved for the first down. That's what's so exciting about this Gunn team. They can throw it as well as run it, and you usually don't see that out of junior high football teams.
Gunn Junior High, located at 3000 South Fielder Road. Shavir Dalla is the principal. Sandra Knox and Kim Peach, the assistant principals at Gunn Junior High, from the 41 of Barnett. And not much, 1.5 yards over the right side for Kendlin McRae.
McRae got tackled by the bus. The bus was right there on that stop. He's moving pretty well. Barnett defense, a good 2nd and long coming up. Interesting job. If Gunn can get ahead with their defense, get up 2 scores, it could be a long night for Barnett. But Barnett, not any slouch on defense themselves, want to make sure that they won't score 48 points tonight.
Barnett located at 2101 East Sublette Road. Stephanie Hawthorne, the principal. Mark Elliott, Angela Spencer, and Clarice Watkins, the assistant principals at Barnett. From the 40. Davis up the middle, 30, 25, still on his feet. Davis to the 10 and dragged down at about the 7.
Great ball handling by Demonte Davis on the zone read. Completely fooled the Barnett Bear defense. Once he got into the secondary, he did the rest, avoided 2 tackles. That was a great read. As you can see, the bus moved him outside there. Demonte gets up there and uses his speed to get down there. Then great balance he shows right there, twisting and churning, going all the way down inside the 10, giving the Gunn Gators a 1st and goal.
Big Zamboni, Daniel Zamora comes in, defensively number 67 for the Bears. It's 1st and goal, Gunn at the 8-yard line. As 7th graders, these Gators won the city championship in track. McCray to the left of Davis. Demonte the lefty rolls. He will keep it to the 5 and rolls to about the 1.
Demonte Davis decided, hey, what's the safe thing to do? Pull it down and run. Had 2 wide receivers wide open in the end zone, but he said, hey, look, I moved outside, got the corner. He had Guyton wide open. I'm surprised he didn't throw it. He said, hey, look, I can just run it in. And came up just a little short inside the 2-yard line.
They held Barnett on downs. This drive started at the 16. Gregory Ware, number 71, on the D-line for Barnett. 2nd and goal. Davis, the high snap. It's loose. And Davis falls on it at the 14. It's a loss of 12.
Fumble snap. I know Coach Keys has to be just going crazy right there. He's going to call timeout. Why does he call timeout with 8 seconds? The clock is still going. Call timeout because he has the wind at his back, a blustery wind out there, knowing now that it's 3rd and goal from the 14. Doesn't want to have to throw the ball into the wind. So he wants to take the wind at his back. He has a great quarterback. He can throw it. Barnett probably should not have tried to pick the ball up. If one guy had knocked Demonte Davis off the ball, they probably could have picked it up and probably run it back for a touchdown. But everybody went for the ball, which allowed Demonte Davis a chance to recover the fumble.
It's the coldest night of the year. We started with the temperature in the mid-40s. And with the wind coast, before this game is over, it'll be a 3-dog night.
Oh, God.
It'll be about 28.
28 degrees. I need to get home and wrap up my pipes.
3rd and goal from the 14-yard line. Congratulations to the Bailey Rams. They won the 8th grade city championship in volleyball. Coach Rhonda Onley and the Bailey Rams. They feed Arlington. Gunn feeds Arlington, and of course Barnett feeds Bowie. And that's what got them to the 2-yard line. And then the fumble snap, and here we are at the 14 on 3rd down. In motion is Orji. Davis. And Davis just got back to the line of scrimmage, was cut down by James Harry.
Harry and swerving, curving did a good job to end the 1st quarter. And I would like to say for the first time this year, if my memory serves me correct, that the Gunn Gators did not score in the 1st quarter. Gunn is used to beginning off to fantastic starts. So Barnett, they figure, hey, look, we've done something no one's been able to do this year. Keep the Gunn Gators out of the end zone in the 1st quarter. And if you are first sergeant, Watson Robinson, you have to be ecstatic about that because you say, hey, we have a good offense too. Now it's a football game. As he would like to say, game on.
Now, Gunn started out the year on September 18th. They beat Carter 62-0. Barnett beat Shack 29-0. So you knew that with a start like that, Coach, it was going to be a pretty good year.
Oh, yeah. I saw that first game. I was witness to that first game. And then I walked off the field and I said, whoa, Gunn will be in the city championship. We figured that right there.
There's First Sergeant Watson Robinson Jr. with a fur hat. Had a Master's of Education and Educational Leadership and Policy Studies.
Some good-looking hats they have on the sideline. Now, Coach Dozier also had some interesting hat wear on the sideline at the 8th grade city championship.
I understand over spring break that he takes a group of kids to Washington, D.C. when he can. Davis pulls it back, and taken away. Is stripped loose of the ball. That's number 1. Or 21, Brandon Ellis.
Brandon Ellis comes up big right there, Heisman, and that was a Heisman move to take the ball right there from Davis, to come up big, to keep them out the end zone, but now more importantly, to get field position on this side with a great run back. What a play. I didn't even see the ball come out of there.
I didn't either, but he took it away.
He
took it away at about the 9-yard line, 41-51 plus 5, 56 yards on that run.
And heads up by Kellen McCray to know that the ball came out, to be able to chase him down, because this defense is so good. We'll see how big of a tackle that was for Kellen McCray to run him down and to stop him at the 35-yard line.
So Barnett takes over after the fumble. This is where they started their last drive at the Gunn 35. Handoff, and Gunn's number 22, Antonio Reed, with another tackle behind the line.
Antonio Reed is so quick. They got to find out the way to block Antonio Reed. He is just destroying the offensive lineman there. You see Antonio Reed coming right there, nice slant right there, and get in the backfield. They have to find a way for Antonio Reed. Not a big guy, but a quick guy. He's not your typical defensive tackle. He's small in stature, but he's so quick that they cannot put their hands on him and block him.
Okay, Coach, with the win, you got a quarterback that has a 56% completion rate. He has 3 touchdown passes this year. You think you might want to throw a couple of times.
Yeah, they probably want to get the ball to Ellis back there out the eye, but they probably want to pull him in first, then get it, because the toss sweep has been very good to him.
Well, Ellis with a good run, 25-20, stays in bounds, and finally ushered out of bounds at the 12.
Well, they're looking at an I formation. Brandon Ellis got his wind back, so got around the corner right there, and they got a good job. Hey, if you can't stop Reeves coming inside, what do? Run toss sweep outside.
Adrian swerving, curving in with a play, relays it to Adam Rutledge, the quarterback. 1st and 10, Barnett at the Gator 12. We're scoreless, just underway in the second quarter. Antonio Holgan out over the ball, number 53. It's a fumble, and falling on it at the 15 is Rutledge.
You'd have to say the weather is playing a factor, because neither one of these teams have played in cold weather this year, and it's pretty chilly outside. So to handle the ball, the ball gets slippery, it gets hard, it gets cold, it gets slippery. As we can see, both teams are having a hard time controlling the football.
He was going to give it to the bus.
And he kind of slipped out of his hand. It slipped out of his hand, his fumble. He had it right there. The ball is slick, it slipped out of his hand.
Back to play to 15. Ellis up the middle, breaks a tackle, and Ellis to the 12.
Nice inside run by Ellis right there. You notice they're not running where Little Reed is. They're running outside on the left-hand side right there, 3rd down. Here's what you're talking, it's 3rd and long. Toss sweep has been their best play of the night. So now I would look for some kind of play action right here to try to get the ball in the air with the wind behind your back.
Demonte Davis made the tackle.
Fumble.
This one's on the carpet. The pile up. And Barnett retains possession.
I think the center snapped the ball before Rutledge was ready for it. Yes, he did. He snapped the ball before he backed out before he got it. And so he was able to get back on it.
And Barnett calls a timeout. 5:39 left in the first half. No score in this 8th grade city championship game. As we said last year, it was Bowles defeating Nichols. A couple of years ago, Ferguson winning the championship, and then Bowles beat Gunn 16-13 in 2010. Gunn came in undefeated that game.
That's the first city championship ever for the Bowles Bulldogs.
The line of scrimmage is the 12. Earlier tonight, for 3rd place, Ferguson beat Hutchinson 38-7. Well, good luck to the AISD teams in the playoffs. Martin playing Keller Central. Bowie plays South Lake Carroll, Arlington High and Keller Fossil Ridge, Lamar and Justin Northwest, and Seguin plays Whitehouse. On 4th down, this will be a 28-yard field goal attempt out of the hold of Adam Rutledge. It is spotted. It is blocked. Gunn stuffs it, and they recover at the 23.
Was it a fake? Looked like they might have tried a fake.
Kendall McRae ended up with it.
Two really good defenses. There's the ball, the snap right there. No, it was blocked. Right up the middle, they blocked it and did a good job of tackling them. So, blocked field goal attempt. Barnett has a good kicker. With the wind at your back, you got to try to get points because they know this is a stingy Gunn defense. And you know what? They bowled their backs right there. Twice now, Gunn defense have come up big inside what we like to call the green zone.
They take over at their own 23, their 3rd possession. They have fumbled their previous 2. Davis, hands off. McRae, or Guyton, the receiver on the sweep. And a 1st down out to the 37.
The old pop play, the Oklahoma used to run the pop play, come to speed sweep, come and put it right in there, get around the corner. Guyton gets around the corner on the left side, big gain. You can just tell that the Gunn Gators offense is so explosive. And it's just every play they have the potential to go the distance and to score.
14 yards on the run by Xavier Guyton. The Barnett band is here, as is the Gunn band.
And both of them sound pretty good, too.
From the 37, 1st and 10 Gators, no score. Davis and gets it to Ruffin, and Ruffin just able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try a little misdirection, saying the play action. I'm not sorry, the play action. They're running fake off the pop again, trying to get the ball to Ruffin going in misdirection. Good job by the Barnett Bears, entire front four to get into the backfield of the Gunn Gators to mess that play up. They had great penetration, and I'll tell you what, it's a defensive battle.
Number 80, Joshua Bowen, wide right. 2 receivers to the near side on 2nd and 11. Davis from the spread, movement, and the contact over the top was Gregory Ware.
I think it's going to be outside on the bus. Made contact inside the neutral zone.
The center for Gunn is Gerald Morris, number 66. The rest of the offensive line, Marco Hernandez. You got Chris Hudson, you got Taylor Gross, Trey Feltz. 3 of those kids are straight A students. 2nd and 5 following the penalty. John Keys, his staff, David Barrientos, Fannis Wade, and Heath Crossnow.
We're heading toward the halfway mark of the 2nd quarter. No score. I never thought this after seeing a 32-point 2nd quarter in the previous game.
Darian Wolfen, wide left on 2nd and 5. In motion comes Tyrese Orgy. Here's Davis, the option keeper. Davis to the 48-yard line.
Quarterback keeper number 7, Davis.
Davis
And
picks
a
up the
first down.
First down.
Just quarterback power. Take the ball outside and run. Davis showing great patience, following his block, and then lower his shoulders to go in there and get the 1st down.
I think Gunn is halfway through the 2nd.
They're going to try to take the ball and just score right here with no time left going into the halftime, so to make sure that Barnett does not get the ball again.
Blake Couch coming in defensively for Barnett. Emmanuel Lamonza comes out. And they've taken a long time.
I think Coach Keys figured we're going to get the delay of game here. We're going to take the timeout to avoid the delay right here. So good timeout by Coach Keys. They only have 1 left for the entire half.
Now the big zone B standings, Hutchison won and Owsley won the B little zone this year. Owsley won undefeated.
So for the first time, and previously in Arlington, the zones have been broken up into north and south. And so for the first time this year, they went by enrollment, kind of stay in line with what goes on at the high schools. And so you had the big zone and the little zone. And so the big zone, the big schools in the AISD, the coaches wanted to be more fair to say, hey, let's play the schools who have more enrollments like us. And so that's where you got the big zone and the little zone. And it worked out pretty good this year because a lot of teams hadn't played each other in years. And so they got a chance to kind of mix it up, to make it new, because it kind of started getting boring to play the same teams over and over again. Then you get some cross-town rivals going. It turned out to be pretty good for us this year.
You would rarely see like a Nichols-Bowles game.
Right.
From the 48 on 1st and 10. Davis still on his feet, thought he might go down at about the 45. He runs to the 40, and it's another first down for Gunn.
Davis on the keeper, brought down by number 56.
So Davis continues to pile up the yards. He had 570 yards of rushing this year and 14 touchdowns.
Gunn is doing a great job of being able to get the edge on Barnett. Coach Robinson he just had a fit right there. He said, hey, we got to set an edge. We can't let the edge be that easy to get around. Got his players fired up. We'll see if they make the adjustment. They're trying to, because it's getting both edges pretty clean.
Dakota Rudy comes on, number 50 for Barnett. 1st and 10, Gunn at the 40. In motion is Tyrese, and a whistle. And procedure on Gunn. Little back and back, 5 yards.
Outside receiver moved before the play that time. They bring it in motion. Once again, probably try to get the edge. They trying to get outnumber Barnett on the edge with motion.
Carlos Hurtado, number 84, a new receiver.
With only one timeout left, his clock is under 2:50, so Gunn now have to try to get a little bit in a hurry-up mode.
Hurtado to the near side, Bowen wide right. On 1st and 15, Davis throws. It is caught by Ruffin. Ruffin cuts it back and is blasted at the 39.
Very well defensed by Barnett. Ruffin had the screen set. Had he gone upfield, he might would have scored. But to get the ball here, that looked like it was a blitz. Great call. He catches it. Just go upfield and follow your block. And he cut back inside. He goes upfield and follow those big houses out there. He walks into the end zone.
And paid for it with a hard tackle. The ball at the 39. Davis, swing pass, it's high. It was a pass. It was towards the line, intended for Tyrese Orji, number 10.
That was oh so close to being a lateral. But I think it went just forward enough for it to be an incomplete pass. As you can see, Davis takes the ball right there. The ball went, it did go forward. It did go forward. But I tell you what, if you got the ball down and completed to him, he had room out there to run.
All kinds of room. It's 3rd down and 9. They need to get to the 30-yard line. No score. Minute 44 left in the half. Davis looking for a crease. He split it. Still in bounds. And Davis will find the end zone. 39 yards. And the Gunn Gators have scored first.
Unbelievable run by DeMonte Davis. Thought they had him in the backfield for a loss. He takes the face to zone read. Runs a cornerback trade. Same thing that we saw earlier from Ferguson. He gets outside. Cornerback comes inside a swerving curve and gets down the sideline. Then he turns the jets on and goes down the sideline and scores to get in the end zone. What a play by the quarterback, DeMonte Davis.
It's Davis's 15th rushing touchdown of the year. Felix Gutierrez will try to make it 7-0 Gunn. Kicking into the wind. It is up and it is good. Gunn leading Barnett 7-0 with 1:34 left in the half.
But I tell you what, if you are the Barnett Bears and you're Coach Robinson and his staff and the defensive staff, you have to kind of on the inside say, hey, let's just get to halftime. If we can get to halftime, we're okay because it's only 7-0. Everybody in the city limits thought it would be 35-0 right now at this point.
Yeah.
So right now it's 7-0. It's a game, and this is new territory for Gunn. Barnett has been in this situation before. Gunn has never been in a tight ball game all year long. So for them to say, hey, all we going to do is stay close, don't do anything silly here. Handle the onside kick or the kickoff. Don't give them the ball back. Take the ball. They only have one timeout. Barnett has 2 timeouts. Do something. Take the ball. You're going to get good field position because they're not going to kick it off. So you get good field position, and you have a chance to counter.
And it was the Gunn defense that blocked the field goal, giving the Gator offense the ball at their own 23. 77-yard drive. Take that all night long. And Felix Gutierrez and the kick team is set. It's short. It is up for grabs. It is caught at the 45-yard line.
I know, they were straight up in the air. Interesting with kick. You know, you would think, as good as Gunn's defense is, that they would kick the ball down. You wouldn't going to give them the ball 10 yards, but it's been effective because they've recovered, I think, about 14 or 15 of those this year because people kicks it so high, I think somebody going to catch it.
Well, they have it at the 43-yard line. 1:32 left in the half. And Adam Lump Rutledge. That Lump, coach, that's not indicative of the way he runs.
No, he's a big guy with a big arm, and the wind is behind him, and they have 2 timeouts.
Okay, he turns, and Ellis is stuffed. And a timeout.
Timeout. Barnett.
Number
24.
59 got in there. That's Justin Toon.
I mean, he got in there with 1:24. I don't understand the timeout there because I'm thinking, okay, it's a great play to call because you get the clock going. You don't want to stop it too early. It's 25 seconds. Let it run. I'm figuring right now, either I'm going in 7-0 or 7-7. I'm not going to give Gunn the ball back. And so coach must have saw something when he used 2 timeouts. He has 1 timeout left. My school of thought right here, run it again. We're going to start the clock. Yeah, I'm going to try to throw it on 3rd down. But we're going to get this clock moving. I don't want the explosive Gunn Gators to have another shot at me.
A loss of 2. It'll be 2nd and 12. Barnett's only loss came to Young, a 28-24 loss on October 2nd. On 2nd down, here's a pass. It's intercepted. It's picked off by the quarterback, DeMonte Davis. Davis, 35, sidesteps some defenders, now goes backwards and is dropped at the 37. DeMonte Davis. They try to go deep. Rutledge.
It's going to be Gunn's ball. 1st and 10 at the Barnett 38.
So that is the 2nd turnover.
I didn't understand the timeout, the pass play with 1:09. Now Gunn has 1:09, 69 ticks, 1 timeout, and they're in great territory. I would have run the clock, get the clock going. This is what I wanted to try to avoid, this right here. Throwing DeMonte Davis on his side, he picks it off, almost running back for a touchdown, but now they are in scoring position with 1:09.
The ball was intended for Adrian Curvin from the 38-yard line. Gunn has 1 timeout. Tyrese in motion. And the handoff to McRae. He turns a corner, 30 to the 26. And a 1st down run of 12 yards.
And off to number 1, McRae.
Michael Williams now on defensively, number 82.
They're doing a great job of getting on the edge. As I stated earlier, they're doing a great job getting on the edge. Barnett, I'm almost at this point right here, run up the middle, get outside. They're getting the edge outside. They're getting on the 80 outside of him. They need to try to make sure that they can do something. James Harry has got to do something on the edge right there. I think they just substituted to try to talk to him about that we got to get outside, get more further outside, let them run the ball up the middle. They're doing anything is on the edge.
At the 26-yard line, first down. And Davis will keep it and run to the 20-yard line.
That's Barnett's good strategy. Hey, run up the middle. Now, Gunn is going to take their last timeout.
It's a gain of 6, and the Gators are out of timeouts with 32.4 seconds left in the half.
It goes back to what I was stating earlier on clock management. My beloved Dallas Cowboys, managed the clock the other night against the New Orleans Saints. Drew Brees gave it back to him with 3 timeouts, didn't run the clock at all. You have to be able to run the clock. You have to look and say, hey, look, it's 7-0. Look, I'm watching the game. We're not even supposed to be in it this close. It's 7-0. Let's get to halftime. Let's make sure, if nothing else, they're going to exhaust their timeouts. Not going to give a big play. If we can hit it with one of our big plays, we can do it. We didn't want to fight this because now, good as Gunn defense is detrimental. If Gunn goes and scores right here, make it 14-0, remember, Gunn gets the ball back after halftime. And now, with this defense that they have, as we can see, they've been inside the 20 twice and not been able to score. Barnett definitely needs a big stop right here.
John Keys has been at Gunn for a long time now. From the 20-yard line, second down and 4. Davis takes a snap. He throws to the end zone. It is up. It is caught. It's a touchdown. Number 80 on the receiving end, Joshua Bowen.
What a catch by Joshua Bowen. A great throw. Just talked about that. You didn't want to give that up. And into the wind. Didn't want to give that up right there. Demonte Davis comes out. The lefty comes, throws a nice ball up. Actually, good coverage. Great catch over his head to bring that in, to bring the score to 13-0 with 25 seconds. And that's exactly what I was alluding to earlier. Run the ball so this does not happen.
It did happen. Felix Gutierrez on the PAT, and he hammers it through. It's into the night. 14-0 Gunn following the interception by Demonte Davis.
14-0. Gunn is ecstatic now. Barnett looks a little dejected, walked off, but hey, Coach Robinson will get those guys together. They'll get them fired up at halftime. If you're Barnett, you got to say, hey, look, guys, take away the mistakes. We're okay. We're in this ball game. Gunn has, by this time, they're not used to being only up by 14. They're used to having the subs in by this time. You got to go in, get them motivated, and say, hey, look, we still have a chance. This is still doable.
And for Double D, Demonte Davis, his 6th touchdown pass of the year.
Great throw.
Back to your beloved Cowboys, Coach. Not only do they have problems at AT&T Stadium, they got problems at Valley Ranch. What do you do in practice all week? How can you not? What the heck do they do in practice when game time comes and they just fold their tent?
I have no idea, I have no solution. Idea what goes on. You think you always say in the NFL, on any given Sunday, any team can win, parity, and it doesn't look that way for my beloved Dallas Cowboys. But Barnett, you have to try to get this. It's not an onside kick. It's a high kick. You have to field it.
Okay, we'll see. They've got 8 guys at the 50-yard line. It's short. It's a squib kick. It hits off of the leg of one of the Barnett Bears. It is still loose.
Gunn received it.
I think you're right. I think the Gators have it. And they do. Last man up. Double deuce. Antonio Reed.
Once again, we're never going to onside. It's not a secret. It's not like they're catching anybody by surprise. They're kicking it right there. We call it hero at Temp, Houston. It's a hero kick right here. Over there, goes right in there, and they didn't handle it. Right off his leg, off number 60's leg. He gets it right there. I don't understand why Barnett don't have all their hands team up there, or all their skill guys up there. Or maybe he has some of the best hands, but that's 2 now that they recovered. Now, because they don't have any timeouts, back everybody up. Back everybody up and tackle the guy.
Okay, Davis and the Gator offense at the 48. They hand off to McRae. McRae spun around and dropped at the 46, and that should do it
Yeah, they should do it. They shouldn't get another playoff.
And that will bring to a close as they look back at the clock, or will it? 3 seconds. Oh, they do get a playoff. Davis scrambles, cuts it back, and runs to the 34-yard line, and that is the final play of the first half. 2 Gunn Gator touchdowns, and it is intermission in the 8th grade city championship game. Our score, the Gunn Gators 14, the Barnett Bears nothing. We're back on AISD-TV right after this. About halfway, hits at the 30, scooped up at the 27-yard line by Guyton. Guyton down the sidelines, 45 to midfield. Guyton may take it, 30, 20, and the Gunn Gators begin the second half with a kickoff return for a touchdown.
Exactly what they did not need to happen. Get the ball deep into the dangerous guys' hands. Guyton gets it. They're so explosive. And here we go with the Gunn Gators. This is what Coach Key said might be the best team that Gunn has ever had in the city. So they're starting to live up to their billing right there. Kick up to the right there. Guyton picks it up. Great move to get outside to down the sideline. Good job of blocking too. They seal it. They come down the sideline. Great move inside to make a guy miss. Makes lump miss, and then he goes down the sideline, streaking down the sideline for the touchdown.
73-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. It's 20-0 Gunn. How about that to begin the second half? And the extra point with the win by Gutierrez is good.
And that's why I thought that even an onside kick wouldn't be bad, because they couldn't run it back. I wouldn't have kicked it off to the deep guys. But nevertheless, now Barnett must answer quickly. When they get the ball, they must go down and answer, come back, make it 21-7, get it back to a 14-point game. Make it a regular game again, because right now, you know what they're thinking on that Gunn Gator sideline. Here we go. This is our game. This is what we're used to. Barnett on this side is thinking also, hey, look, we can't let them guys get going, because this is what they're due. So Guyton did a great job of returning that kick all the way back for a touchdown. Picked
up at about the 27-yard line. Gets by 3 people here. He gets by another wave of 2. They're just watching him. And he's gone.
He's gone.
Well, I would think, Coach, that Arlington High has a receiver, a running back, and a quarterback here for the next 3 years.
It's going to be pretty good, especially with that group of kids that they have now. I know Coach Peach has to be giddy on that sideline, probably just thinking, oh, my goodness, I want to extend my contract for another 6 years.
That's the key thing. Here's the kickoff. It's short and picked up at the 47-yard line by Barnett. Number 60, it looked like, picked it up, or 50 rather, Dakota Rudy.
Dakota Rudy picked it up. Good hands he showed right there for the big lineman, the big guy.
Yeah, it was. Rudy held on to it.
48-yard line. That kick recovered by number 50, Rudy.
So Barnett has it at its own 48-yard line, trailing 21-0. Again, their overall record 6-1. Gunn undefeated at 7-0. And the handoff, and struggling to get to midfield, going to be a yard shy, is Brandon Ellis.
Hall makes the play right there, number 88 for Gunn. I mean, Gunn guys are all over the place. The linebackers, they're all over the place. Antonio Reed all over the place. They're just making plays. But right now, Barnett, you can't panic. You got to stay with your game plan, stay with your ground game, stay with your toss sweep, and just see what unfolds.
Again, Gunn, they have 6 shutouts this year. And here's more yards lost. Number 80, Joshua Bowen got in there.
Joshua Bowen is sacking the quarterback. Joshua Bowen standing in the backfield. Joshua Bowen is catching a touchdown. Joshua Bowen pretty much is doing everything on this field tonight. He lined up, I mean, he looked like he was almost outside when the ball is snapped. What Gunn is doing is taking the 2 small guys, Antonio Reed and Joshua Bowen, are little bitty guys. Barnett is so huge up front, but they're taking those little bitty guys and just out-quicking them on the snap of the ball.
And a timeout taken.
Timeout, Barnett.
Barnett calls a timeout. They have it at the 45-yard line. They face a 3rd and 13. The only team to score on Gunn this year was Workman. And Gunn won that game rather decisively, 56-8.
They're giving up 1 touchdown all year.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a stiff defense. It's maybe one of the best defenses of all time in junior high football in the history of the AISD. I mean, you saw tonight, they've been inside on a good Barnett team, been inside the 20 twice and turned them away both times.
So you didn't see the Carter Cougars of the 60s?
No, sir.
Yes, they were good.
I didn't get a chance to see them.
Or the Nichols Mustangs from the early 70s. From the 45-yard line, 3rd and 13. Motion in the line, and looked like Gunn may have come across. Rutledge going to keep it. Gets into Gator territory and is piled up at the 46.
Number 4, Rutledge on the carry.
So if Gunn was guilty,
Offsides on the defense.
the play would stand.
I'm not so sure I'm going to take that penalty because he picked up about 10 yards. He's only going to get 5 yards and do the play again, so I'm not sure. I think I'd take the play.
Offsides, Gunn, you got to take that play. They mark it down.
I would have
Now
took
the
my
ball
chances
placed-
with 3rd and 6.
Okay, it's placed at midfield.
I would have took it at 3rd and 6, second and 8.
Right about that. Yep, 8 yards.
I tell you what, Rutledge moved pretty good on that play. I think I would like to see some more bootlegs or see him getting outside using his foot speed.
They scrimmage from midfield, and the left side jumped off. Looked like Young, number 66, Landis Young.
Yeah, it did. Tell you what, it looks like the whistle set him off. It looked like when he blew the whistle, it looked like he jumped, like with the whistle, when he blew the whistle, he thought it was like for him to go, so. And then he sprinted downfield like he was a receiver, he was going out for a pass.
So now at the 45-yard line, it's 3rd and 13.
Take the result of the play. It would have been okay. They got him offside again.
Rutledge turns. Ellis lost the football. Barnett recovers.
Gunn's going to be outside. Antonio Reed, I believe, jumped offside. He's almost, to me, looks like he's lining up in the neutral zone. If I'm Coach Robinson, I'd be right in the ear of the official say, hey, you got to get that guy backed up.
Still 3rd down.
Now, can you be offside? I know your helmet, if you line up with your helmet in the neutral zone, it's offsides.
Yes.
What if your hand, can your hand be
Nothing
offsides?
can be.
Do they call it?
Nothing can be in the neutral zone. And so when like the kid who's lining up for Gunn, look like he's lining up inside the
Well,
neutral
he
zone.
was at the, yeah, second look.
Yeah. I mean, because he's getting we call it getting every inch of the ball, get as much of the ball as you can, and he's getting as much of the ball as he can, and then they're going to have to change the snap count because he is firing off the ball. He's so quick.
So at the 50-yard line, 3rd down and 8.
Oh, no, that's a lateral.
It's a lateral well behind the line of scrimmage, and did it get out of bounds? Number 1, McRae was trying to get to it first.
Yeah.
It goes out of bounds. It's a loss of 19 yards.
Oh, my goodness, that was scary. They could have been point number 28. And he almost picked it up. Here's the instant replay. We have replay of 42. So he's right there on the sideline. But we can't see it. Looks like he could have been. It was close.
Yeah. But again, Coach Brandon Ellis, he can't assume that that's a pass. He's got to go get that
He's
ball.
got to go get it.
He can't just be a spectator and look at it.
Right.
Barnett will have to punt into the wind.
Oh, no.
It goes sideways. It goes sideways. And from the line of scrimmage, it's a negative yardage and punt.
I haven't seen that since the 70s.
Gunn's going to take over.
Let a
1st
punt go
and
backward
10
into the wind. They actually had the ball at midfield on a good play when they pulled them outside. Have lost 27 yards since the play when they took the penalty.
Yeah, you're right. 20, right at that. They're going to spot it at the 28. Negative yards on the punt. Here's another look at it as it takes a
the
quick
wind got
turn
it.
to the
was
right.
tough.
The wind helping.
Oh my, Guyton.
Davis trying to get it to Guyton.
Davis pass intended for number 3.
Try to go deep on first down.
I think the wind got behind. I tell you what, Davis to Guyton. You will be saying that a long time for the next 5 years. Davis to Guyton. It's going to be a great combination that Coach Peach has come looking forward to have those two guys. I mean, it's going to be unbelievable.
21-0, Gunn on top. And punt giving the Gators a chance for more points. Caleb Portia comes out, number 33. In the backfield is Darian Ruffin. The move man is Guyton. Davis will give it to Ruffin. Running left. Ruffin 25. 20, penalty flag dropped by the umpire all the way back near the 35-yard line.
That's coming back, John. That's a holding on the edge. Finally got a call. I mean, Coach Robinson had been pleading for that call all night. Get on the edge right there. As you can see, as he going to the edge, when Guyton comes back inside, basically bear hugs him. Right till he pulls him in there. That's the way that but Ruffin was being able to get to the side so easily because of the hold on the edge right there by Guyton.
Now, Ruffin has 8 touchdowns this year, number 24. Penalty spots it at the 38. 21-0, 5:20 left in the third quarter. Coach Robinson says leadership is action, not position, and they got to hold their position here.
Right.
They got 2 men in motion. One of them going to have to come to a stop. Davis takes a snap. He pulls it back and is dropped for one of the few times. Gregory Ware.
The bus goes back there and drops him. He said, come on, get on the bus. Give him a fare. He got on the bus that time. Demonte Davis meet the bus.
Okay, there's a big stop. It's 3rd and long.
Not going to count Mr. Davis out. Davis to Guyton right here, or Davis to Bowen. A back up. Just back up because he has the wind behind him. He has a pretty good arm.
Future Volunteer throwing down a future Colt right there. From the 45. 3rd and a mile, 3rd and 27. Davis on the quarterback option will keep it. Races to the 25, 20. Davis still in bounds and taken all the way down to the 5.
Has to drive a coach crazy. 3rd and 30. 3rd and 27. Runs quarterback draw. There's their design play. Design run the whole time. He gets out of there. Corners coming. We've seen it all night. Corners come inside. Stay outside. Then he outruns him. And down the sideline, Demonte Davis is going to be a very special young man. Shades of Jamal Turner. Did you remind you when he was at Hutchinson Junior High before he got up to Sam Houston High School?
About 40 yards on that run. 1st and goal, Gators at the Barnett 5. And Davis will hand it off, and here's 6. Number 24, Darian Ruffin takes it in.
And for the Gator touchdown.
It is now 27-0.
I watched it for a little over 2.5 quarters. I didn't see the 60s. I wasn't around to see the 60s. I wasn't around the 70s to see Nichols. But the 2013 version of the Gunn Gators, pretty good.
Oh, they're very good. Can they pitch a shutout? Barnett in a deep hole. And out of the hold of Demonte Davis. The extra point by Gutierrez is good, just inside the left upright. And our new score with 3:42 to go in the third, 28-0.
If they can pitch a shutout, that means 2 of our last 3, I know, city championship would have ended with shutouts. So they're well on their way.
Yes, you are correct as we go back to 2011, 43-0, Ferguson over Nichols. Even the third place game that year, Bowles beat Gunn 22-0. So here's the 5-yard run over the right side. And they want no part of it as Ruffin scores. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. A 73-yard kickoff return by Guyton and Ruffin's 5-yard run.
And an onside kick to come. Can they field the onside kick?
That has been the situation a couple of times so far. They still have 9 men spread around or spread across the 50-yard line. And the deepest man for Barnett is at his own 35. It's a deep kickoff. It goes over the head of Ellis. He retreats and picks it up at about the 8. He comes this way, 15, and stacked up at about the 16-yard line. Almost 9 yards on the kickoff return as Brandon Ellis had to go back some 20 yards to get it.
Surprised us all.
It did.
Went over his head. It was surprised Barnett. I was just saying that earlier, though, with the way they play defense, I'm surprised they don't kick the ball deep more often.
That was with the wind. So now Barnett has it at the 14-yard line, trailing 28-0. And in the backfield is Ware over the left side for a pickup of 3.
And off to number 71, Ware.
Barnett using a old-time full house backfield. I can't believe I said that. the old bar T back there. Some would call it the straight T.
Well, it is. It is the old T formation, and that would be the fullback in that terminology, but Ellis is anything but a fullback, and he gains nothing.
2 tight, 3 backs in the backfield. I don't even know how to call it anymore. It used to be a full T, the full house backfield, a bar T. You get the ball to the right half, the left half, and the fullback.
And now all kinds of subs come on as they face a 3rd and a little over 10 yards needed. Need to get to the 24-yard line.
The Barnett Bears would have been so windy, I don't know if they could try to attempt to pass, but now for the first time, we see them spread out into a spread formation.
Still moving guys in and out. Jadarius Quarles is the receiver, number 86.
Center moved the football. It looks like the center moved the ball prematurely.
Trey Phelps, the defensive end, was across but was drawn across. Backs him up 5 more yards. Ball at the 7-yard line. And the quarterback, Rutledge, in the spread, has 3 receivers to the far side. He'll be standing near the goal line. And he will keep it and wrapped up like a mummy at about the 3.
Like a busted play. They wanted to run the speed sweep with the orbit motion coming in the back. Wanted to run speed sweep with the, looked around, didn't have nobody to hand the ball off to. So Rutledge just take it. Now we're in very dangerous territory. We have to punt. We had a negative punt last time. The ball is on the 4-yard line in a punt situation.
And Gunn saying, how do you like it, paper or plastic?
I know it. Probably gonna get a timeout call here to say get the punt team situated.
Clock moving, a minute 10. And there is a stoppage of play, Coach,
Timeout, Barnett.
like you guessed, the Barnett Bears call the timeout facing a 4th and 20. And Gunn with 2 touchdowns here in the second half.
They're going to get the ball in great field position. What I'm afraid of that they got a guard against is a block. But even if they don't get the block, they're going to get the ball probably around the, I'm guessing, the 20-yard line with the way this wind is blowing.
That was the Gunn side. This is the Barnett side.
It's a little chilly. Hot chocolate. Hot chocolate at the concession stand is a big seller on a night like tonight.
Yes, it would be. Or if you were so inclined before you left the house, you might have brought a thermos.
And a thermos.
And a couple of blankets. So the Gunn Gators looking every bit as advertised. Well, shielding from the wind out of the north. Very ingenious. Makes it a little more tolerable.
Oh, yeah. It is COLD.
From the end zone, the Barnett Bears will punt. Rutledge, it is blocked. It's a free ball, and the Gators recover for a touchdown.
Punt is blocked and recovered for a Gunn touchdown.
It looked like Hall, number 88.
I thought he could get it off with no problem. Oh, great block. Like Tyrese Orgy got his hand, jumped up and got his hand. He jumped up and got it because when he firstly got it off, he looked like he could get off with no problem. I thought, I said, well, at least he got it away. Surprised that he got it blocked. One of the things is, I'm 5 for 5 tonight.
Perfect, yeah, I know.
Perfect. So they're going like, where anybody get this kick block for a touchdown?
Well, we haven't reached the end of the third quarter, and the extra point is no good.
Extra point is no good.
But the touchdown was on the block punt.
It's been a night of big quarters. In the first game, second quarter, Ferguson scored 32 points. Tonight, in the championship game, Gunn is able to come out and score 20 points after halftime in the third quarter. So it's just been a battle of big quarters. Who's been able to have the big quarter? They got it tonight, been able to do it, and it's still a minute 2 left. I would assume with the win at their back that they're going to kick it deep. But who knows? If they don't kick it deep, I mean, it's just, this is why this Gunn team is so explosive. They're so good, very balanced. We've seen a good offense, defense, and special team. Just great in all 3 phases of the game tonight are the Gunn Gators. Coach Keys and his staff have done a wonderful job with this football team. They're excited. The band is going, the stands are going, it's cold, but it's never cold on a champion.
It really isn't. You can stay for at least another 8 minutes or so, all the way to the end. Makes those games in September, which can be pretty hot, feel perfect tonight. So Felix Gutierrez will kick off for the Gators with the wind. 34-0 the count. And here we go. It's straight on. Still bouncing. And scooped up at the 25-yard line by Ellis. 30. 35 to midfield. Ellis. And tackled out of bounds at the Gunn 35. Number 22, Antonio Reed.
Great run by Ellis, gets to the sideline, used the old-fashioned stiff arm right there. Great stiff arm Brandon Ellis used to get down the sideline, gets his toe down the sideline, then goes down the sideline, speeds down the sideline. Great run back, set up the Barnett Bears in probably their best initial field position of the night outside of the turnovers.
Ellis rolled over and was shaken up just for a second, landed right on top of him. Ellis on top of Reed. From the 37.
Barnett looks more like Bowie now in the spread formation going trips.
Rutledge on the handoff. And not anything at all. No gain at all for Curvin.
Swerving Curvin. Going to come on the inside in trips formation. Barnett would probably run one more play and then get to the fourth quarter and have the wind at their back.
They came in averaging 26 points a game. I don't think they've been shut out this year. From the 37, here's some movement. Right at the snap with 18 seconds left in the third.
Couldn't quite tell. Maybe somebody on the right side. I actually thought that Gunn had jumped offside. I couldn't tell. Maybe the right guard may have jumped on that particular play.
So it'll cost them 5. It places the ball at the 42.
Probably not going to run a play until they'll let the quarter end right here.
5 seconds. And they do not get it off. We'll go to the fourth quarter. Our score, Gunn 34, Barnett nothing. More AISD City Championship football action coming up right after this. And we're back on AISD-TV as Barnett on 2nd and 15. They try to swing it out, and Rutledge is down. Rutledge hit hard after the pass on 3rd and 15.
Looked like Rutledge took a big hit from number 22, I believe it was Antonio Reed, who's just been a terror in that backfield all night long. Ball is snapped. Well, it was Justin Toon who makes the big hit on him.
Number 59. And the way he was throwing, Coach, you never were set. I mean, you're just kind of off balance when he threw it, or just trying to get it out there in the right flats. And was hit hard about the hip level.
I think it's probably just going to be the wind knocked out of him. But it looked like he never got set, and he couldn't get thrown. And he was exposed because he was throwing the ball as he was trying to throw it. Then Toon laid a pretty good hit on him. Hopefully he's okay.
First play of the fourth quarter. The Gunn Gators scoring 20 points in the third. And trying to preserve a shutout here.
They're playing with such intensity that on both sides of the ball, offense and defense, you could tell, oh, he's up, which is a great sign that he's up. You could tell that they want a shutout. You could tell they have so much pride in their defense. They're like, hey, look, our pride. Don't let them score.
Let's see, Domingo Barrera is on number 11. If Rutledge can't go, we'll see here on 4th down. And it looks like they're going to go with Barrera, number 11. He's also a receiver / defensive back for the Bears. And to the sidelines, Adam Rutledge. So Barrera, the quarterback, Brandon Ellis, he'll stay in and be slotted to the right, and Barrera keeps it and runs to the 40-yard line.
Quarterback number 11 on the keeper.
So he gets up. It'll be 4th down. They need to get all the way down to the 27 or 8. Need about 13 more yards.
They're going to punt. They're going to go for it.
Got to go here. Brandon Ellis will take the snap and run to the right. Tossed out of bounds at the 35 by DeMonte Davis. And the ball goes over with 7:15 to go in the game.
Gunn's going to take
Another
over
great
first
stance
and
by the
10.
Gunn defense. Ellis gets outside in the Wildcat formation, go down the sideline. Great tackling. If he could beat the guy right here, if he could beat this man, he could have probably got the first down. But ball goes over to the Gunn Gators.
They take over at the 35. This is their second possession because they had the kickoff return for a touchdown. So this is only their second possession
Of the half.
A third, make it third. And Davis, second man through, gets the call and able to gouge out about a yard, and a
Late flag.
late flag drop. McRae went down. Handoff went to Kendlin McRae.
Is it face mask?
That's tell which way they're lining up. It's against Barnett.
This is like a pretty clean play. We'll see right here on the replay. As he comes inside.
well, if it's 15, it's a face mask.
He reached around. 42 was able to reach around him and grab his face mask. Look, accidentally. He didn't do it on purpose because he couldn't see him. So he ended up grabbing his face mask.
15-yard penalty, carries it across midfield. First and 10 from the 49. In motion, Tyrus Orgy. Here is number 1, 40, 35, 30. Kendlin McRae, touchdown Gunn. 49 yards for McRae.
I'm getting ready to sound like a broken record, John.
Ooh.
But outside again, he got the outside edge. Go around it all night long. With the exception of the first quarter, Barnett has not been able to set the edge. And since they can't set the edge, it's just a handoff right there to Kendlin McRae. Goes around the right edge and just basically walks into the end zone. Gunn receivers have done an outstanding job on the edge of securing the edge, on the outside blocking. The right tackle has also done a great job.
Kendlin McRae races 49 yards for the Gunn touchdown. It's 40-0, and the extra point is no good, wide left. 6:23 left to play, and a 40-0 count. Gunn came in averaging 48 points a game.
They're zeroing in on their average. I think the last time we done one of these, I think it was like 43-0. Once again, Kendlin McRae going around the outside. The edge is secure. If you notice tonight, also Gunn has had trouble running up the middle. Barnett has had trouble securing the edge. He gets outside and runs in for the touchdown, 40-0. Gunn Gators.
The face mask put them 15 yards closer, and McRae takes care of the rest. That is his 11th touchdown of the year.
I think Miss Kemp will be heading down now with the trophy, heading toward the Gunn sideline, is getting ready to make the.
They are the visitors. That'll be across the way. We've had two long runs tonight, Coach. Davis DeMonte, a 39-yard run. That long 73-yard kickoff return by Xavier Guyton. And then the quick strike from 49 yards out. No weakness in this team at all this year, Coach. No weakness at all. Offense, defense, special teams, even the band.
Even the band, I know. I said from week one when I saw them play that, hey, I figured Gunn was going to be in the city championship. I hadn't seen anybody else, so I didn't want to crown them champions then, but I said they would be in the game when I saw them. So it was amazing to see, and it has been.
Felix Gutierrez will kick off. It's a spinner, and it's gathered in at the 23-yard line. 30, 35, out to the 37.
Some kind of way I can get into a time machine like Michael J. Fox and go back to the future. I'd like to go back and see that 60 Carter Cougars, 70 Nichols, and see how they would stack up with these Gunn Gators.
Darian Wilson on the kickoff return. Okay, back then, the cleats were heavy, the uniform was heavy, it was grass, helmets were heavy.
And everybody was in the straight tee or the wishbone.
And the kickoff return, and at the 37-yard line. to the 40, 45. Ellis may have stepped out at about the 48. He went out of bounds. Brandon Ellis.
Great job by Brandon Ellis being able to get outside in the shotgun formation, being the quarterback. Basically, what Ellis is going to be run left, run right. They did a good job getting outside. You know what? Ellis has showed himself to be a great runner. If I'm Coach DeArmond at Bowie High School, I'm excited about this young man when he gets up to 21 on high bank and the things he's going to be able to do as a running back up there as a volunteer.
Christian Castro in the game, number 6. And Ellis running the show. And they smelled that out rather easily.
Yeah, Gunn is trying to figure out that, say, hey, look, you know you're not a thrower, so even if you go empty, we're still coming. We're playing our regular cover. We're going to come after you because we know you're the runner. So I think in this situation, sometimes you just have to throw it. Even if you throw it out of bounds, let them know, hey, we will get in this formation and we will throw it. And so, because otherwise they just totally have no respect for the run. They're disregarding altogether and say, hey, when the ball is snapped, we're coming after Ellis.
Loss of yardage, 2nd and 14. And the handoff, and that's number 6, Christian Castro, and he's sealed up like a Christmas ham.
They fumble? Is it a turnover?
It is loose. Gunn has it.
A long play recovered by the Gators.
Let me see Castro running inside right there. The forward progress has stopped. I mean,
yeah, that would, you would think right there.
Yeah, his forward progress has stopped.
And the ball comes shooting up high off the helmet.
I mean, but his forward, he was down. His forward progress should have been stopped on that. They missed that one. Unfortunately, no replay in junior high football.
Yeah, that.
I was going to say, Coach Robinson, throw your red flag out there. Challenge that.
From the 36-yard line, Gunn takes over in Barnett territory. And not that time, Gregory Ware. He jams it up.
On the bus.
5 minutes left in the game. Gunn will be your 8th grade city champion. On top, 40-0. That was a loss of 4 yards. But they have the points and the time on their side. And now a stoppage of play. An official's timeout. Gives the Gators a chance to huddle back up. Not quite sure why they stopped it, but
usually there's something wrong with the clock. You try to make sure you get clock stoppage in there. Make sure that the clock was running. Now they got it set to where they're running when they need it.
Sideline right, open field left on 2nd and 14. The move man is Guyton. And Davis takes a snap. He'll keep it. Ooh, looking for daylight. He's got it. 30, 25, 20. Davis cuts it back. Flag mark. Back at the 30-yard line as he goes into the end zone, and a penalty flag. And
that's
now another
coming
one.
Back, holding.
More than likely wipes out that long run, and it does. Came right about in this area. Stops on a dime, gives you some change, and takes it in. Worth a second look anyway. That's a good run.
It was a great run.
So from the spot of the foul, they'll mark off the penalty yardage. 4:19 left in the game. Hurtado comes out, number 84. Ball spotted at the 41. Second and about 15 yards needed. This is Ruffin. Ruffin escapes and escapes again.
And off the number
Runs for a -1 yard.
Ruffin is very elusive. He's been elusive all night long. All the Barnett kids, I'm sorry, not the Barnett, the Gunn Gators have been very elusive. Now, Davis, McCray, Ruffin, all those guys have been very elusive tonight.
Jamar Washington in the game now, number 16. Loss of a yard, 3rd and 16 yards. So Barnett will lose for only the 2nd time this year. If the Gators can continue the shutout, it would be their 7th shutout of the year. Davis breaks a tackle, breaks another one, 35, 30, one man to beat, and Davis will take it all the way.
Right
42
at the average.
yards.
Outside edge, once again. Basically just taking the ball and running to say, hey, tackle us. You know, tackle me. Just took the ball, ran it outside. And Davis is so, missed tackle. Once again, had him in the backfield for a loss. Curvin misses him also, just missed tackles. And really, Davis really just running to be tackled, not trying to, Coach Key's not trying to run the score. Just a play there that you run it to you, tackle him. If you don't tackle him, it's not his fault. So finally gets the extra point, finally gets it over. 1 point below the average.
Davis's number 7 kept getting smaller. 42-yard run, 47-0, and they're going to get their average.
If the extra point, if the kicker had made all the extra points, they'd be over the average. It'd be 49.
Well, again, Coach, if you just have, if you have 7 shutouts this year, even some good teams ought to be able to score against you, and only one was able to do it at all this season.
Workman was able to do it, but the thing about it is when you have great defense, which you hardly don't see anymore in this day of the age of spread, but it just gives a testament to the great defense that Gunn has played all year, because to be able to keep people out the end zone, inside of zone play, when you pretty much are playing all your kids, just goes to say that it's a great team. That's why Coach Keys has probably said it's one of the best ones that he's ever had, because it's a complete team. Before, it was a lot of offense, but their defense was always suspect. But now this one has just been very explosive on offense, great defense, special teams, the kicker. They haven't had a chance to punt, but it's just been great.
Gutierrez with a kickoff. It's fielded at the 28-yard line. 35-40. This could go. Brandon Ellis. Touchdown, Barnett. There will be no shutout.
number 21 in for the Bear touchdown.
Ellis finally gets it. He began to the sideline all night long. He stepped out of bounds 4 times a night, probably have kept him from scoring touchdowns. He finally gets to that edge, finally gets around and scores a touchdown for the Barnett Bears. And Ellis, he himself has had a great night tonight. Good move inside right there. Gets to the sideline. Good blocking, good special teams blocking that gets him down the sideline. Then he turns on the Jets. And see you later. 6 point. The band gets to play.
Brandon Ellis, 70-plus yards. It is 47-6.
At least the defense is saying, hey, look, we still haven't given up a touchdown.
And waiting on maybe Pereira. Now he started in, will come out, they'll go for 2. And the bus carries a player into the end zone with him. Gregory Ware makes it 47-8 with 3:07 to go in the game.
The bus scores.
Enjoy the ride.
In for the
Yes.
2-point conversion. The new score,
Gregory Ware.
47. The
That young
Bears
man has played a good game tonight also.
And here's another look as he breaks free and takes number 80 with him, Joshua Bowen. Or is it number 9? It's number 80, Bowen.
I think next year we'll come up with the AISD-TV Most Valuable Player of the Championship game.
Okay. Double D.
We could do the, yeah.
Demonte Davis.
Demonte Davis.
D squared.
Yeah, D squared.
It's official, Coach. We've just started the AISD MVP for the city championship game.
He could say he was the first. He made history tonight. He doesn't even know it.
So you're going to go down and shake his hand?
Shake his hand, tell him, hey, present him with a Jason Daly.
Here's your parting gifts. So Gunn will receive a kickoff. That's kind of
yeah, they haven't had a chance to do that too much.
uncharacteristic tonight.
Make sure we get a plaque and put that up there and start putting. Make sure he's the first name up there, and we just kind of add to it as time go on.
Julian Lopez, number 14, will kick off. Fielded at the 25 and dropped and now picked up again. 30. This is number 24, Ruffin. Crosses midfield. Ruffin. Not another one. Aloha on a steel guitar.
It's coming back. Locking it back. It's coming back.
Late flag dropped at the 50-yard line.
It's coming back.
Well, 75 yards. And again, worth another look in traffic. Ruffin breaks free. And a track meet. And again, as 7th graders, this group won the city championship in track.
And you can tell by the speed, the foot speed they put on tonight.
OJ was principal once at Gunn.
Yes, she was. There was an exemplary campus when she was the principal at Gunn Junior High. Has she made her way to the field?
Do what now?
Has she made her way to the field?
I think so. I think she has. So from the spots, let's see. It'll be marked at the 35. So that penalty came right at midfield. Gunn has it at 35. On top, 47-8.
If I'm Barnett, I'm setting my guys way outside. Way outside.
In motion is Hall, number 88. Send the handoff, goes to McRae. McRae trying to get to midfield and runs for about 13 yards. Another first down for the Gators inside of 3 minutes to play.
Outside edge again, outside. They got out, they did a pretty good job once he got 13 yards, but he did a good job not turning the corner.
They led at halftime 14-0. Led 34-0 heading into this quarter.
I think they'll probably run 2 more plays if they don't score and then start to kneel it.
It's about what it would take, a little over 2:15 to play. Right up the middle. McRae now breaks it to the outside. McRae, 20. And hog-tied at about the 8. And a flag at the end of the play.
Right up the middle.
45-plus yards on that run. Let's see if they go half the distance after the play. And it is half the distance inside the 5-yard line.
Inside, right up the middle. He breaks it outside. Missed tackle. It's been a thing of missed tackle. Once again, this is not running up the score.
No,
When you're running the ball up the middle, you got to tackle him. I mean, you have to tackle Barnett. I mean, Gunn is not sub, so it looks like now they're getting ready to get in the pistol formation, just kneel down.
From the 4-yard line, Davis will hand it off over right tackle, and they stuff it And McRae with another carry, and he's slow to get up.
Yeah, he doesn't have to run another play. In fact, they can kneel down and the game would be over. I'd be surprised if they run another running play.
Barnett was able to score on the Brandon Ellis kickoff return of more than 70 yards. Actually scooted the ball back to the 5-yard line. Closing in on 1 minute. Second down. And Davis, genuflects.
Yeah, that's going to be it. They'll be slow to mark the ball. I knew Coach Keys wouldn't try to score.
13 points in this fourth quarter for the Gunn Gators. Third down as Davis comes out of the game.
Great job by the Gunn Gators and Coach Keys and his staff.
Jonathan Boswell in the city championship game will take a snap at quarterback. And Boswell does the same thing that Davis did just a few seconds ago, and that will be the final play of the game. The Gunn Gators cap off a perfect season as they douse head coach John Keys.
Oh, it's a cold one. That's a cold Gatorade bath.
He got the full treatment on a cold night. In the second week of November, the Gunn Gators knock off the Barnett Bears 47-8. They finish a perfect 8-0.
Outstanding game by the Gunn Gators. Coach Keys, congratulations to you and the Gunn Gators. And also to the Barnett Bears and Coach Robinson, a great job their staff did. Gunn has a great football team. That's a great city champion. And proud to announce tonight that we had our first AISD-TV MVP of the game, Demonte Davis.
And it'll go down as one of the best city teams ever. The Gunn Gators win it. The Gunn Gators and John Keys win it over Barnett 47-8. For everyone here at Wildman Field, for Arlington St. Houston head coach Anthony Chris, AISD Athletic Director O.J. Kemp, our outstanding AISD-TV production crew, this is John Nelson saying good night from Wildman Field.